Alrighty. Let's check things out. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright. There we go. Alrighty. Got everything set up. Let's get to it. Alright, playing Shadowrun Returns right now. Uh, Scrawny guard. You there. This block is off limits. We've got a gas leak on the docks here. No loitering. Alrighty. Well. Sucks that I have to kill this guy, but I did not have either of the etiquettes that would let me leave him alive. Uh, there we go. It's been interesting playing this game because I mean, a CRPG, and the only CRPGs I've really had a lot of expertise with or experience with. Oop, got more enemies. That troll is looking like bad news. um, oh, I only had one action point. Alright, let's see. Do I have? Yep. Nah. Not very much damage. Um, okay, let's see. Let's move him over here. Oops. Hold on, we've got somebody on Discord. Hmm. Okay. Nice. Ooh, missed on both of the shots on me. Nice. Alright, we've got that guy circling around, but... anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, this is pretty simplistic for a CRPG so far, especially for Shadowrun, of all things. Nice. There we go. Got some hits on that troll. Alright. Got a fair amount of wounds, but I'm still going pretty strong. I'm probably just gonna keep shooting this troll here. I want him dead before I have to reposition for the other people circling around. Does she have Hannibal back? There we go. There's a crit. There we go. That's all we needed. Alright, and Johnny boy. Oh, okay, that guy's a shaman. Ah, crap. Alrighty, let's see. What? Oh, dang it. She only had 1 AP. Oh, that was 2 moves. There we go. Yeah, I'm gonna heal up because he's about to. Oh, he's still got a shot. There we go. Yep, here's his other. There we go. That took care of his spirit too. Ooh, nice. Bum, 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 bum. Gotta reload. How much health does this guy have? He's supposed to be a street samurai, isn't he? Yeah. Street samurai. Alright, well. Just gotta move him over here because he's about to take more electricity damage. And alright. Oh, there's only the one guy left. Or it might not be counting. It might not be counting people I can't see. Nope, that was it. That was the last guy. Alright. As soon as the last mark hits the ground, the docks become eerily silent. Hmm. Okay. What's everybody's health at? I'm 42 out of 48, 40, 22 out of 40, yeah. This guy... Crap. I've got a bunch of grenades. No... No medkits. Oh, wait a minute. Shouldn't have a healing spell. No. Alright, well. Let's just hope Johnny doesn't die going forward. Well, seems like it wants me to investigate this airship here. Looks like it's the key to the warehouse. Oh, okay, that's the dead mercenary behind the aircraft there. Right, I got some karma to spend. Let's see. Oh, let me see. Does the weapon I have... Can I do full auto? Rifle? Probably not. Basic assault rifle that is surprisingly good. Probably not. Doesn't mean I couldn't get one in the future. I like doing guns things. I shouldn't have bought that rank of decking. I'm never going to use it. Or, well, no, I probably will. Or at least I could get around to it eventually. I mean, I've only got a 2 intelligence. I might bump that in the future, but right now I want to focus on guns and charisma. Yeah, and I'm never going to do magic. I've already bought cyberware, so that's kind of out the window. Um, hmm. Going to foreign pistols would... Yeah, let's do it. Wait, what? There we go. Alrighty, and let's... Yep, there we go. Got my pistol equipped. Alrighty. Alright, let's get in the warehouse. Spirit talk. You head inside the darkened warehouse with Shannon. Her eyes have that far-off gaze associated with looking into the astral plane. When the world changed, the Native American tribes made a resurgence as well, demanding a place in the new world. They got it. The Salish Shi Council now represents 8.6 million Amerindians across a multitude of tribes. Salish Makah Sineserek, maybe, and others. They've adapted to the awakening better than other nations, thanks to a deeper connection to the world, both physical and spiritual. You can see that connection alive in Shannon now. You notice the shift in her focus as she returns to the present. She nods to you. She can sense the spirits in this place. Now you just need to find them. Since I booted this up partway through playing this game, I am doing a side mission. Oh, okay, we are just straight up in combat. All right. Yep, I guess we're just shooting. Uh, let's summon a spirit to help us out here. Oop. Well, I didn't like that. You should have missed. And let's have her take some cover. Okay. Oop, we got a melee boy. Alright, let's take a little cover and shoot this guy. Nice. Yep. He's a decker. He is not very good with guns. Gotcha. Why would I need to escape? Oh, no, that's to see if the spirit got away. Well, it's dead anyway. Oh, fuck. No, no, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I am in a bad spot. I'm in a bad spot, folks. I am going to do drugs. Okay. Let's see. Okay, doesn't look like that'll hurt anybody in my party. There we go. Oh, need to reload. Okay. Yeah, that... Yes. Alright, please don't let my guy die. Oh, look at all those misses. Fellas, you are about to get grenaded. Let's... Oh, right, because those things take 2 actions. Can I dock wagon myself? No, it has to be used on a downed enemy. Okay. Well, I've got a 99% chance of hitting her, so... There we go. Man, Vortex, your aim really sucks. Alright, let's see. Well, I don't want Johnny Boy going down either, but I would love if they shot him instead of me. Nope. Ooh, okay. Let's hit you guys with a concussion grenade. There we go. How is your mischance that bad? Gotcha. Do I have to do everything around here myself? Okay. Oh, that's right. Well, I'm not going over and opening that door because that's going to get me killed. Uh, what? Oh, shoot! It's going to the. Okay, I'm an idiot. Okay, no enemies in there. All right, what will Johnny find down here? Okay, I suppose I'll have to come out of hiding. Pretty sure we aren't going to about to get got from the sides. So, alright, let's have Johnny come over here and open this door. Oh, okay, yeah, they're in there. Alrighty. Hmm. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna have to redo this level. Yep. Ah. I'm gonna have to buy a ton of med kits. If I can, I got the slide again. Alright, well, this is precisely what got me into trouble the first time, but let's see how this works out. Alright, let's see if we can get a spirit on the ground here who won't die instantly. Right. There we go. Get Shannon behind cover. Vortex, get behind cover, shoot the lady. Okay. Whoa! Okay, well, here we go. Here's prime grenading position. Actually, first, let's do that jet. Or jazz, I'm sorry. Whoop, well, that's annoying. Oh, dude, Portex W, big Portex W. Okay, let's get to not super out in the open. Let's change it up to pistol, because I basically always hit with that. Oh, nice. Okay. Doing a lot better this time around. Oh, that determines how much AP I give it for the turn. Oh, and I can give it 4 AP. Oh, let's go. Alright, let's see. What are Troll Shadowrunner? Alright, yeah, let's have it hit the Troll, because this guy's going to be stupid bulky. Nice. He's got the best hit chance on that guy. Oop, we gotta reload. What is... What is Johnny Boy's close combat? Shit, his close combat's better than his ranged. Why have I not been using that? Stop fucking shooting at me. I'm almost dead. Gotcha. Alright. Oh, wow, okay. Whoop. Let's do... Stop shooting at me! Shoot at the spirit! You have a giant spirit on you trying to kill you! Can I, like, dismiss the spirit? Oh, wait a minute. No, what I can do, though, is move over here. You... Nope. Okay, apparently I cannot. Okay, well... There we go. There we go. I'm moving very fast. I'm on that jazz. Alright, well, yep, let's see if I can't use them to lure out these guys over here. Oh, it's getting more likely every turn. Yes. Okay. Yep, there we go. Let's get you into the thick of things, you bullet sponge. Oh, how are you gonna miss all them times? Yeah, too much for grenades. Okay, that's alright. Well, come on, do not walk right past the spirit. Oh, shit. Nice. There we go. Okay, that's alright. I can get him back up, though. Hmm. Okay, do I still have... No, I'm down to two. Alright, let's see if I switch to... Ooh. Hmm. Not great. Alright, come on. Oh, great. Another reload. Okay, come on. I need you to kill this guy. Stop missing. Stop this. You have a 60% chance to hit. And let me guess, he's still not going to fight the spirit. Okay. Yeah, my HP is better than I thought it was. I was worried over nothing. Where's Johnny? I should get him up. Seriously, how are you missing this much? You have a 2/3 chance to hit him. Yes, there we go. Alright, Johnny's back up. Okay, there we go. Harry's flight recorder. Oh yeah. Alright, found the payday. Alright, not a lot going on in here. Let's get down here. The air grows cold and the spirits of dead children, alright, coalesce from the vapor of your breath. Their cherubic faces are burned and their lips quiver as if they are about to cry. Their eyes are rounded and vacant, and they glare at you now, unblinking. We Yep, excuse me. Burping kind of ruins the scene. We are the innocents who have perished in the flames, choking on smoke, as we fell from the sky, crying for our mothers. You bring anchors to your world, which was once home to us, and we will use them to testify. We no longer see the world of Flesh Seeker, only the essence and aura of living things. Words, though, words may echo through the veil, and sometimes we may hear them. Last night, this place was filled with a scream that went on, drawing us to it. It was a man crying out for a witness as he died. And so we came to bear witness, but fled in terror before the malevolent spirit that profaned the man's remains. This spirit was other. It was not of this place. It had twisted its way through the veil and through the dark to come here. When the other had gone and we returned to our vigil, we found two creatures of flesh. One you would call an elf, unsullied by technology, and able to channel the energies of the cosmos. Yet his spirit was corrupted from within. He was dark and twisted, yet not like the other, so we did not flee. The second we knew to be a troll. Ribbons of his essence had been flayed from him, leaving cold machinery behind. His aura was the aura of one simple and confused. Between elf and troll lay the remains of the man whose sister now chanced to us for justice. The elf, his essence remains in this place, where the man died. Something has been left behind, a small part of him, perhaps. The spirits begin to fade, all but the one. Its eyes harden, and it takes full measure of you, me, I suppose, as if to commit everything about me to memory. No, we must not stay. With the spirits gone, the young shaman releases her hold on the magical tether connecting her to the other realm. She reels from the backlash, or perhaps from the emotional toll of knowing her brother's last moments. They saw him. They were with him when he died. She takes a series of controlled breaths, only shuddering with the first few. No, but I will be. I don't want that for him. Not what those poor souls have endured. My brother deserves to be free. We have to find that piece of the elf that the spirit spoke of. It's our best hope of stopping this. Alright, well. Gotta do a little looking around. Okay, does anybody have any medkits left? Nope, okay. Oh, here we go. The elf running around in his funny little ninja costume. Blood. This is what the spirits wanted us to find. The piece of my brother's killer. It's not much. Ooh, 8 karma. It's not much, but it's enough. She scowls at it, looking every bit like she intends to reach through the small sample and dismember its owner from afar. And perhaps she can. But in the meantime, you might take some portion of the sample to pursue a more conventional avenue of attack. Let's go. Good. Let me know if you learn anything about this elf and troll pair. And should you find them, I want to be there when they are brought low. I want to see the light leave their eyes. For my brother. Alrighty. This serial killer is getting too big for his britches. I'm tracking him down. She's tracking him down. All these people tracking him down. After hours, when you return to the Seamstresses' Union in the early hours of the morning, it seems a completely different place. Bereft of the normal crowd that haunts it, the bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It's eerie, like the back hallways of hotels and shopping malls. But you finally have a break in your case. A sample of the Ripper's blood. You just need to find someone to help you analyze it. It's probably going to be the underground doctor there. Without its colorful staff, cast of regulars, and posing tourists, the Union feels hollow. The front bar and lounge are deserted except for a handful of janitors. Mrs. Kubota's in the back. It's a little ominous. Gather around the intimate back bar. Mrs. Kubota and her coterie gather for breakfast, with the lady herself doing the cooking. The smell of soy calf and something resembling sausages fills the room. Ooh, meat. That's pretty fancy. Ohio, our Blapanese host is here. She stops. Forgive me, oh my, but you look like hell. I've been working. She looks you over, noting the signs of your nocturnal activities. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. I can tell you've been busy, and I can see by the look on your face that there's something you need. Is this about the Ripper? It's likely that I will visit the Matrix. Ooh, can I take a sausage? Oh, yeah. Evening. It's the word around town. There's been more talk of the Ripper killing. Some people are saying they're hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. What if I told you the prime suspects were an elf and a troll? Still doesn't mean the killings are racially motivated. People are just too quick to label something a hate crime. Check the census. The city is still 66% humans. Close your eyes and throw a rock. You're more than likely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still a crime, though, and that should be enough. Mr. Kluva, or Kluva, however you're supposed to say his name, is a real neocon, hand to his heart lover of the United Canadian American States. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Kluva, but he reins himself in with a roll of his thick shoulders and a smoothing of his jacket. Don't worry, not going to start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. I'll leave you to your business. Alrighty, yes? Is there some reason I mean, I know that's just a default message that they put for a lot of scene transitions where you won't really be going back, but now I've got to double check to see if there were any other interactable things. Alright, nope, nothing popping up. Yes. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it's going to require a trip to cyberspace and back to ID the Ripper. The Matrix, the cybernetic analog of Inside the Grid, the worldwide computer network. A digital world, information brought to life. Inside cyberspace, your avatar does all the work while your meat body's left behind. All around your avatar are pathways to other nodes filled with data, IC, counter-intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has as many dangers as the meat world, and more. Locked doors, security countermeasures, and black ice that can fry a Decker's brain. Every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked, if you aren't careful. Get dump shocked out and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy Decker and you can die. Let's check the stash here. Oh yeah, I was about to say, shouldn't I have a pistol in here? But I sold that. What are the Deckers doing in the med bay? I could employ a semiconductor chip. It would decode DNA using a voltage change instead of light. That would eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. I just read a journal about it, so the information is still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you want to know about it? Oberon. When David gives me the sequence, I'll jack it and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. If this works, I'll bring back more than just a sample. Now what I'll say. No Drek, he turns to Johnny, excited. Wake up, Johnny boy, you've got work to do. And Oberon, if you need any gear, I'll be right here. I just got a second wind. Meet you at my rig, Oberon. Oh yeah, I haven't spent my karma. I don't have a data jack. Would it be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it for you. Oh, I am killing myself. I have like a 5 charisma and like 2 out of 6 possible etiquettes, and every etiquette that I've needed or charisma amount, charisma score that I've needed to get a better deal out of this fence. Every time so far, I haven't had what I needed. All right. Thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system that David employed, we should have the information we need to track the Ripper in the Matrix. Really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He was utilizing an unproven technique he'd read about in a science journal. He was working from memory on minimal sleep. That's great, Professor. What's the plan? We hit the Lone Star DNA database first to see if our donor has a prior criminal record. They have extensive DNA archives, then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks and jack into the Matrix. I can get into their private grid easily, but I've got to warn you, once we're in, it could get a little rough. How much decking experience have you had? Sorry, I need to ban this spot. Uh...
Only 4 people are left. So
There we go. All right. Let's see. I have not had any decking experience, my good man. But why is my gun out? Oh, that's right, because it's decking stuff. Okay. Your synapses light up as you connect your consciousness to the digital world. Although you aren't jacked in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. You can only imagine the way it feels for him. Which will take us to the next node. The data store ahead is defended by intrusion countermeasures. I see his down. Let's see if there's a match for his finger. Hacked DNA database. DNA match located. 100% match. Arrest records database. Subject Silas Forsberg. Status deceased. Chop shop surgical assistant. Priors, breaking and entering 2 counts, public indecency 1 count, brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. 100% match to a dead man. Let's keep looking. Yeah. Autopsy records. Subject, Silas Forsberg. Note, the subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to the disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm. No next of kin. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large-bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. This does indeed just keep getting weirder. Two more hits on the name Silas Forberg. Ooh, oh. Hmm. Well, fortunately, Ice, you are going to be done with before that. I shouldn't say unfortunately, it's unfortunate for you, not for me. Newsnet. One return on subject, Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Snohomish earlier this week. The body had been there for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star representatives have issued a statement saying Forsberg's death has been ruled a suicide. According to reports, his body had massive puncture wounds, and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to his psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to life, as is far too common here in the sprawl. And that might be something we can go on. Let's regroup in meat space. Here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man whose death was never explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits with the living guy that you've met. The Newsnet says that he left his estate to a psychiatrist. Maybe finding out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. My gut says we can deck into the medical board's records and reverse trace to find this doctor. You in? Ooh, okay, let's see. Yep, let's on my program. Come on. There we go. One more time. And a couple hits from the attack program. Gotcha. Searching medical records. Silas Forsberg. Medical records file located 2020 to 2030. Pediatric record partial. One particular pediatrician's entry stands out from the rest. Child suffers from a chronic depression and social anxiety most likely caused by his physical abnormalities. We've seen many cases like this recently with the outbreak of changeling children being born. With the aberrant physiology we're seeing, there is no telling what sort of brain functions are affected. Prescribed a series of sedatives last year that seemed to have no effect, upping the dosage. Let's see, that's the pediatric. Data missing or corrupted. Contact your administrator for help. 2040. This file is quite large and takes well over an hour to read through. The final entry, however, is the most significant. It is written by Dr. Henry Holmes. Silas has overcome significant mental disorders and no longer goes through periods of violent episodes. Latest medications have proven especially effective, but I believe that being treated by another elf has significantly impacted his treatment. Unfortunately, my efforts to maintain an emotional boundary with him have proven challenging. He has bonded to me in an unhealthy and frankly an unnerving way. His hero worship exhibits itself in the form of mimicked speech patterns and adopting my dress. For this reason, and for the health of the patient, I'm assigning another doctor to his case. We'll inform him at his next session. Got a name now, Dr. Holmes. Let's keep going and find out where he works. Watch out, that black ice could fry our brains and kill us. Alright, let's get behind cover here. There we go. Ooh, 10 host damage. Yep, that's not good. Ooh, good hit though. Alright, let's try killer level 1. Gotcha. Employment records located. Henry Hollings Holmes, MD, PhD. Check current employment status. Current employment status. Dr. Henry Holmes currently holds the position of Chief Psychiatrist and Administrator at Mercy Mental Hospital, Snohomish, Washington, UCAS. Check previous employers. 2045 to 2054, Psychiatrist in Residence, Mercy Mental Hospital in Snohomish, Washington. Attending Psychiatrist, Mercy Mental Hospital, 2030 to 2040, Private Practice. Bingo, back to meat space. Alright, jacking out. Ooh, okay. Despite the hour, Buster is fastidiously put together in another wrinkle-free suit. He shows every indication that he's been up for hours, sunk to his elbows in a dozen crates, each containing objects of sinister matte black hidden beneath curls of straw-colored packaging foam. The foam flies about as he inventories the shipment, clinging to every surface except for... Oh, the foam flies about as he inventories the shipment, clinging to every surface except for Buster's immaculate suit. Just in time. I've got a whole slew of new toys in from a supplier back east. Factory fresh and still smelling of their mother's gun oil. Maybe there's something in the spatula you'd be interested in. How long have you been in the trade? Let's see here. I left California on July 8th, 2038, at 6:13 in the morning. It was a Thursday. From there I wandered a bit, applied my skills as a merc in a half-dozen different wars, official or otherwise. Never did take to run in the shadows like some of the boys I knew. Too subtle for my taste, I suppose. Surely there was no shortage of full-scale engagements to be had, so I didn't want for work. Might still be doing it today if I hadn't lost the arm. How'd you lose it? It's all so stupid. Some Azzies were lobbing smokers behind our lines, more to mess with us than anything. I decided to toss one back, and didn't it just figure that the one I grabbed ain't a smoker? I got it off, but only just barely. Shredded my old arm again. Got plenty of other scars to remember the moment as well, but the arm was the big one. So take a word of advice from an old soldier. Make sure you're never holding a grenade in one hand unless you just pulled the pin with the other. Now, if I haven't given you reason to doubt my professional competence, I bet we talk turkey. What can I get you? Let's see. Ooh. Let's see. I reload as a free action, so I will get that Browning max power. Ooh. Is that also a pistol? Nice. Okay. Oh, it's specifically a revolver. Okay. Let's see. Yep, alright, let's see. Alright, that's rigger stuff, grenades. Don't really care about grenades. Let me see, let's stick to weapons. Yeah, I'm not interested in spending 1,500 new yen on a gun I don't specialize in. Especially when I can get those each for... Yeah, it says an old school revolver, right? So it is a pistol. Alright, let me see here. Ooh, 20 karma. Hot diggity daddy. Well, tell you what, let's... There's a cockroach in my eggs. That's the protein boost. Yeah, let's see what kind of armor you got now. Ganger mask. Taking off a dead Ganger, which seemed like a good idea at the time. Quickness plus 1, HP plus 5. Yeah, I'm gonna shell out for that Ganger mask. Nice. Okay. I don't need magic stuff. Is the doctor in? She is. Please let me buy some medkits. Just one glance is all you need to tell that the good doctor is exhausted. Her crumpled scrubs are stained with a mix of blood and other fluids too colorful to be naturally occurring in the human body. Her eyes are those of a person who has built up a substantial sleep debt and has no idea when or how to begin paying it off. I'm not one to talk, but you look like Drek. Afraid there isn't much I can do for that. Dot Castle snaps her fingers and calls forth the spirit normally seen perched on her shoulder. Appears from out of the ether, and the doctor immediately seems less fatigued than she was a moment before. And what can I do for you? Everything all right? Here at the Union? Yes, fine. I'm just getting back myself. Days here tend to be slow, so I volunteer at a medical center on the other side of Touristville. I had a rough shift. What happened? It always happens. Some run or some deal or some meet went south, one thing led to another, etc., etc. I didn't hear all the details. All I really know is that what came in on the lips of the victims, healthy enough to still speak. Apparently one of the Baron's gangs incurred the wrath of the local Sayolpa rings, leading to a rolling shootout through the city streets. Several bystanders were injured. But the real mess didn't begin until the party crashed into the yard of an old industrial plant out on Union Hill Road. They woke some sort of toxic spirit, which then began running amok, causing easily as much damage as the initial battle. We were left to pick up the pieces, of course. But enough about my troubles. Let's hear about yours. Alright, let's see. I will. Let's shell out for a gold trauma kit. And an advanced and a basic med kit. Looks perfect to me. Let's see. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Hmm. Let me see if I can't. Yeah, I don't need the Seska and I don't need the ninja clothing. Alright, what does that put me at? 1500. That won't be doing a lot. Let's go talk to her again. Yep, that in fact did not change anything. Alright. David looks almost as tired as you do. You can tell that this case has gotten under his skin like it has yours. Any luck in there? Found an exact match for the DNA, but it was linked to a dead chop shop assistant by the name of Silas Forsberg. Now, I have my theories, but what do you think is going on here? Yeah, I'm thinking Silas faked his death. That's a distinct possibility. What was it that we saw in the autopsy report? The face was so mangled that they had to use dental records to identify him. Hmm. The coroner really phoned it in on that one. Happens way too often when there's no next of kin willing to foot the bills for a thorough autopsy. Definitely don't think that report told the whole story. They matched the identity by the dental records, right? Not the most reliable. It matches up with something I've seen runners try. It's easy enough to find a body shop that'll make a replica set of teeth for you. Find some schlub off the street no one will miss, swap the teeth, and throw the heat off your trail for a while. Luckily, I've never been that desperate. But why would he need to go to those lengths? Did the police records have something linking him to a different crime? He had a prior for unlicensed plastic surgery. True, wouldn't look too good on someone's record if they wanted to become a doctor. I think this is beginning to come together. The late Silas left all his belongings to a doctor. Dr. Holmes. Employment records have him as the administrator at Mercy Mental. The picture on his file matches the person you saw downtown. The same person this DNA belongs to. All the evidence points to him being your killer, whoever he really is. Please pay him my respects. I always find that high caliber rounds get the message across. You should clearly hire some friends and go loaded for bear. I sideloaded a ton of valuable data from those Lone Star Matrix nodes. Here's your cut. I'll see you later. Yep, hire runs and head to Mercy Mental Hospital. Alright, yep. Got enough new yen to hire some fellows. Okay, let's see. Ooh, 6 will get me another etiquette. Okay, I've got socialite. I've got street. When do I get my next etiquette? At 8? I feel like Shadowrunner. Okay, let's see. Okay, I gotta up my quickness to 6, and pistol to 5, and oh yeah, let's up dodge to 3. There we go. That's my funny elf man. Yeah, quickness of. Oh yeah, that's right, quickness of 8 because I've got the cyber leg and I've got my gang outfit on. Okay, let's hire some runners and see what I might have left for cyberware. Oh, I've got other people around. Looking for runners again? I'm your guy. Discreet service only. Need to hire a crew. Let's see. There is. Yep, there's Shannon. Let's add her. Because I get her for free. Okay. Oh, that's shaman covered. I guess I should just get a couple. I guess I should just get a samurai and an adept, because I really don't think I'm gonna need a decker. We are visiting like a hospital though. There could be decking workarounds that would be worth something. Let me see. Do these guys have? Well, the adept wouldn't have decking, but let me see. Where are? Here we go. Yep. I mean, honestly, Cortex did a pretty good job before. He's no slouch when it comes to ranged combat. So you know what? I'll pick him up again, even if. Okay, that's what that button does. Even if I don't end up needing decking, then I mean he's no slouch with the SMG. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Killing hands, magic resistance, manifest. Shit, I'm going for Johnny Boy again. Yeah. Okay. Should have checked in. I'll worry about it next time. I got I got through with these boys on the prior. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, total cost is 2,800. So I just need, so I can buy more cyberware. I just need 2,800 new yen left. Okay, yeah, I can't get wired reflexes. Yeah, here we go. If I get another cyber leg, and that will leave me with 3,500, of which will, yep, cyberware causes essence loss. I am well beyond doing magic, my man. Alrighty, let's boogie. Alright, there's Shannon. And let's go Portex. And where's Johnny Boy? There's Johnny Boy. Let's do this. Mercy Mental Hospital. The blood you found at the warehouse belongs to a man masquerading as one Dr. Holmes. You've tracked him to Mercy Mental Hospital, located in the notoriously anti-metahuman farmlands of Snohomish. The drive to the hospital is long and unpleasant. Finally, you reach the walled and gated hospital compound. Despite the pretense of security, the gate is unguarded, unlocked, and open. No one stops or greets you as you drive up to the large crumbling building. Gothic ramparts top a damaged roof, cracked walls, and broken windows. All around the building is a lawn gone wild. Only the artificial lights from within speak of inhabitants. You walk up the hospital steps to confront Sam Watt's killer and bring an end to the Emerald City Ripper. Yep, the only stuff I've gotten my stash is it. Um, you know what? I am just in case. Yeah, okay, I'm still gonna start equipped with that. Just in case I'm somehow wrong about that Cavalier Deputy counting as a pistol, I'm gonna bring my other pistol just to be safe. Because I don't really need. I have like a one. I have like one rank in SMG. I have more ranks in rifle, and that'll cover damage if needed. Okay, yep, there we go. I already see a decking station. Welcome, sir. What business brings you to Mercy Mental Hospital? Here to see Holmes, Dr. Holmes. Hey, guy, have you seen Josie? I don't think so. I know, right? I haven't seen him in days. Dr. Felipe told me not to worry about it. He says I worry too much. But who am I supposed to play chess with? Donnie over there can't suss more than match four. Wait, Josie is a man? What's he look like? Well, he's big and he's got a big gold ring. The doctors let him keep it when he got here. Sometimes he lords it over us, but I'm sure if I had a ring like that, I would do the same. He says he won it playing for the Screamers in the Super Brawl years back. Urban Brawl, huh? That's a rough profession. Not too rough for Josie. He says he went whole seasons without any injuries. He was usually playing Outrider, though. Will you at least help me look for him? I have this key I swiped off the day guard, but they keep a close eye on us. You could take a peek. You could have a peek in the infirmary and see if there's a record or something. It might just be in a cool-off room and they won't tell me. See if I can find something. It's an automated medication dispensary. It doesn't recognize you, so nothing happens. Can I, like... shift to Portex to have him do the decking? Hello, stranger. You look new here. Are you new here? I'm looking for Dr. Holmes. I don't think you really want that. Not really. What's that supposed to mean? Around here, you don't want to attract the attention of the doctor. If you stay quiet, life is much easier. Much easier. Hmm. Name's Donnie. That's my name. Donnie. D-O-N-N-Y. I knew I didn't recognize you. I know everybody in this place. Everybody. Well, everybody on the first 2 floors. No, not on this floor. Only us calm ones are allowed up in the cafeteria. If you're violent, you have to eat in your room. The clocks stopped, probably displaying a time from 40 years ago. The stench of blood and mold gets ever stronger as you move closer to the infirmary. A severed arm lies next to the zipped body bag. The arm looks human and appears neatly severed at the elbow. There's a large gold ring on the index finger. The owner is probably the occupant of the bag. You slip the heavy ring off the cold finger and feel its weight in your hand. Inside is an engraving that reads Screamers 2048. You find an unlabeled Trivid disc. You have no way of playing back the disc at this time. The surgical cart is strewn with gruesome tools, motorized saws, and metal vices. Patient information for Josiah C. Dawson is open on the cyber terminal. Josiah C. Dawson, date of birth 7/18/2015, height 1.9 meters, so he's like an orc or a trollman probably. Weight 95 kilograms, occupation retired, allergies none, medications alprazolam, rebexatine, reason for stay, post-traumatic stress disorder, status deceased. Patient had undocumented cyberware on the left arm as well as multiple pieces of shrapnel in various locations. Complications would likely arise if transplanted to another host. The rest of the body is in excellent condition and can be used to improve other subjects as well as fulfill some custom requests. Well, that is no bueno. The elf standing before you may quite possibly be the ugliest elf you've ever seen. His meticulously clean lab coat, format jacket, and old-fashioned bow tie give him the look of an undertaker from centuries past. As you approach the window, he locks eyes with you, smiling a thin, unnerving smile. Good day to you. How can I help you? Dr. Holmes, aka Silas Forsberg. How about we chat? I'm afraid you're confused. Silas Forsberg was a patient here who died tragically in a fire. Hmm. What's right? That's important. It is time to start killing people. Ooh, that is meaty. Let's see. Who's this? This is Cortex. Right. Can I still deck from here? No, okay. Decking is no longer an option. Oh, and yes, here we go. Okay, here we go. Yep, now here's something that nearby intercom speaker crackles to life. The voice of Dr. Holmes begins to blare from it. Attention all personnel. We have a dangerous patient loose inside the facility. Subject is a male elf, but may be coordinating with other violent offenders. Use all necessary force. I'm going to cancel. Oh, found a medkit. Alright, let's see. Yep. Oh, I hadn't even considered the fact that Dark Claw here was covering up the. There we go. All right. Halls of disrepair. As you venture deeper into the asylum, you see that the inside is every bit as bad as the outside. Gone is any attempt to uphold sanitary hospital aesthetics. With peeling paint, cracked floors, and exposed conduit, the pretense of mental care is shattered. In this modern era, Mercy Mental Hospital is a throwback to the barbaric asylums of old. Prisons and torture chambers rather than places of healing. It's clear that Dr. Holmes is spending his money on something other than this facility. You continue on. Holmes can only run so far. I love that retarded slide. See, do I have an optional thing of don't kill people? No? Okay. Uh, well, you know what? Oh, yeah, I've already used one. Well, the game is telling me I should be killing these men. Johnny boy, get hasted. Oh, well, that's just what I was about to do. Alright, well, that killed him, apparently. Yep, we are just going full slaughter mode. Intercom begins speaking as soon as you approach. Holmes must be watching from somewhere. You don't understand, do you? This is a place for broken things, but only by further breaking them can they be remade. And so we must break you. Yep. Oh, shit. My boy Johnny's getting credit. There we go. I was about to say, as cybered out, Street Sam shouldn't be getting his shit rocked by some crazy guy with a pipe. There we go. What? Where did she get a grenade from? It's just a random, yeah, unstable mental patient. Where did she get a grenade? Alright, well. It's killing time. Yeah, might as well move for cover. Oh, you know what? Let's first medkit myself. Nice. Oh, reload. Well, should have seen that coming. Scroll card contains a gate key. Okay. Unlabeled trivet disc in the second drawer. The smell of rotting flesh is immense. The remains appear to be from multiple meta-humans. That's just gross. Alrighty, let's reload for 0. Ba-ba-ba-bum. See, Johnny Boy's about to get shot again. He was not shot immediately. This is a massive improvement. From another intercom, Dr. Holmes continues. Someone once told me that I was a broken thing, but he also said I could remake myself. He wanted to break me down so I could put myself back together again. And I did, but only after I broke him. I could remake you as well. What wonderfully twisted thoughts must churn in a mind such as yours, but I'm more inclined to use you for parts. Oh, there we go. What? Where are these mental patients getting weapons? Not just like pipes and stuff, like firearms. What is this? Nice. Point blank range and you miss. You know what? Let's drop a spirit. Ah. There we go. By all means come. You've proven yourself a truly fine specimen. Think of 100 uses for one such as you. Whoa, oh, crap. Yeah, I need to get something from over here. Trivia player holds a collection of personal diaries. Some of the video files are missing. Trivia number one. Got some cutout chips in last week. Tried them out on the patients with violent flashbacks, hoping it would at least mellow them out some. It was like night and day. Once the chip was installed, all of their psychotic break triggers were blocked. Miss Yuskin has gone 4 days without attacking the staff or herself. In today's interview, Miss Yuskin told me she hated her legs, said they were stumpy, unattractive. I haven't done a transplant in years, but I offered to give her new legs. Her face lit up like it was Christmas. At least her cutout can block the surgery and painful recovery process. I've put in an order to the organ grinders to send me something leggy. Maybe I'll get some elf legs in and see how she likes them. I was walking to the organ grinders downtown, and there was some kind of event happening at Mega Media. They had a puppet there from Maria Mercurial's label with a Persona Fix chip installed, making her an exact doppelganger. They were just using her to hawk some Simpsons re-release of a Mercurial live show, but it gave me an idea. The cutouts, the body modifications, and my healthy supply of patience perfectly set up to be a Bunraku fixer. If I can find a supplier for Persona Fix chips, I can sell full-service Bunraku, even program the behavior trees. Found a buyer for the first Bunraku. A man in the Barrens offered me 20,000 new yen for the female troll I've been modifying. He likes them big, he says. All that's left is to arrange delivery. He says he can put me in touch with some more buyers if I'll accommodate special orders. These morons' lives are already over anyway. The least they could do is line my pockets. Alrighty. Before you is a medical lab turned torture chamber. The smell of old blood and decayed flesh permeates the room. Gory stains speak of the body's fluids spilled without regard for well-being or hygiene. There are bodies, probably former patients, trapped in hideous machines enduring horrific experiments. The subjects you can see all appear dead. Any that aren't must wish they were. You've chased Holmes to his lair, just as his face reveals an ugly soul. So does his safe haven, it would seem. Holmes, Silas, the Emerald City Ripper, the elf is a monster beyond compare. It's time to end this. Another intercom crackles at your elbow. One solid blow would offer a few moments of blessed silence, but this is also a rare chance to get a word in on the good doctor, who greets you with more of his chittering laughter. You are a persistent one, a fine specimen indeed. Well, we have a few friends for a face such as mine. Though I have one associate I would be happy to introduce you to. Pedizel, subdue them. I'm supposing that's the hired mage. Well, I'm just going to shoot you. That's Pedizel, okay. Well, that was easy. Alrighty. There we go. Yep. Bu- 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 Only one AP right now. Alright, Johnny, don't get your shit wrecked. There we go, minus one AP. Alright, come on. Alright. Whoa. Okay, yep. That is perfectly fine with me. Gotcha. Holmes drops to the ground, the light in his eyes fading fast, but something keeps the shriveled husk of his soul stuck to this mortal coil for a few moments more. This is a place of broken things. I remake them. She asked me to remake her. He manages one more laugh, his glazed eyes rolling toward her workbench across the way. She was playing both of us. Oh, nice. Then with a final bloody whimper, the Emerald City Ripper breathes his last. Hmm. Holmes' workbench falls somewhere between corner slab and medieval torture device. It is decorated in the many colors of death and littered with the instruments of that trade. To one side there is a leather-bound journal stuffed with uneven pages. To the other is a pocksack, its small screen still glowing. Beneath the bench is a rolled sheaf of papers, held closed with a tied length of surgical tubing. The bench has clearly played host to numerous bodies over its lifetime. It includes limb restraints as well as skeletal traction mechanisms. At this table, Holmes likely dismembered bodies, or quite possibly put them back together. The tackiness of the blood suggests it has been used relatively recently. Leafing through the pages, you find few intelligible entries. Holmes may not have been a real doctor, but his handwriting certainly fits the stereotype. Stuffed in the last few pages is a copy of disinterment order from a local cemetery with the grave's occupant marked as Melinda Watts. I was thinking Jessica might have been in on this whole thing. Holmes is still logged in, granting you access to his currently loaded files. Prominent among them is a hospital report from a donor program. It lists the organs beside the names and vital statistics of the recipients. Your eye catches Sam Watt's name beside the entry for liver. Also on the list are the Ripper's other known victims, along with several others who may have shared in the same fate. There is also a large sum of new yen, which can easily be transferred to your account. Examine the rolled sheet of paper. Unfurling the larger sheet of paper, you discover a diagram of the human female form, rendered to an impressive level of detail. It appears to be the blueprint for making Holmes' very own monster. Who are these? Oh, the Bunraku. His chip slot is still fresh, the open wound pink and wet and lurid. His voice drips innuendo, but his eyes say nobody's home. Well, hello there. Did you come to play? Of course we're okay. We're ready for a little party. You want to have a little play party with me? Buyer name. She's assembled in a standard config. Face of a schoolgirl, body of a stripper. You need some thick beer goggles to miss the work she's had done. Persona Fix Chip Wiper. His eyes focus on his hand, raises slowly to touch his head wound. Fingers come across wet and sticky. Panic twitches at the corners of his mouth as he surveys the room. First to you, then the girl, then down to his own body, which is no longer his. Sweet Jesus, what did he do? What am I? He begins weeping, his body racked in great, inconsolable, heaving sobs. It's really fucked up. Ooh, Shadowrun don't play. Spin the karma when I'm back at the Seamstress Union. Oh, there's more. As you approach the exit, you realize that Shannon lingers quite a few steps behind. Looking back, you see that she is half-turned, looking pensively toward the horror show of Holmes' lab. Finally feeling your eyes on her, she faces you and raises her head in a proud, almost defiant manner. We've done much good here tonight. We've removed two vile creatures from this world, and so ended a growing shadow they cast upon the city. Our paths crossed and joined, and we did this thing together. But now here our paths must divide. I hate to say it, but the job ain't over. It's never a job, but the work we did because it was right. A distant cry of pain echoes down from somewhere above, and the young shaman pauses to listen to the tortured sound. There is still more work to be done for both of us, but what must be done differs for each of us. I came here to find justice for my brother, and that has been done. His spirit can now find rest. But there are other victims of the Ripper, both alive and dead, who still struggle to be at peace. Many of them are here in this place, filling the halls with their torment. I cannot leave them behind. But the spirits have something else in store for you, a different path. You must finish what you've begun. You must confront the first evil that fostered the one we have just ended. I suppose I can respect that. Because of you, my brother's killer has met swift justice. Justice of the only sort such a man as Holmes deserved. Death. I will now set to the task of healing those he has left behind. For every madman we faced here tonight, there are a dozen innocent souls crying out in need. The spirits of the departed will also need help in passing, or else I fear they will become like those we met in the hangar. They all deserve my help. When they enter that room back there, they will have no other thoughts. They'll have no thoughts other than thoughts of promotion. With the Ripper in hand, my brother will be forgotten, along with all the other victims, but so too will I. They will not be a problem. Good luck to you, Oberon. I hope you can find the same justice for your friend that I found for my brother. Thank you, Shannon. Alright. Loose ends. The ride back to the Seamstresses Union is quiet compared to the pandemonium left behind at Mercy Mental Hospital. Lone Star squad cars pass you on the road, sirens blaring, no doubt in response to the aftermath of your showdown with the late Dr. Henry Holmes, the Emerald City Ripper, the man who violently repossessed the internal organs of Sam and Jessica's mother, Melinda Watts. Although the killer is dead and his grip on the city is broken, it's clear he wasn't working alone. There are loose ends aching to be tied. The taxi turns onto Redmond Way, cruising past now familiar landmarks until the Seamstresses Union, in all its decadent seedy glory, materializes between swipes of its overworked windshield wipers. There was a excuse me, game devs, there was a grammatical mistake. And the Union is quiet this afternoon. The salarymen and wage slaves haven't migrated from nearby offices and suburbs to dabble in the exotic yet. Alrighty. Gentlemen, I'm gonna call it here. I don't know. I say gentlemen. I assume the only people that watch are men. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here. Oh, decent stream. I've been going for about 2 hours. That's a good length.